Mini N14 second generation. We've got a coolant problem in here, so this video is about how to diagnose the coolant problem, but also part of that is taking off the inlet manifold. So if that's what you're interested in, stick with us. So basically the Minis are renowned, especially the N14, 18, 16, 12s, renowned for coolant problems because they've got a very elaborate cooling setup involving lots of plastic parts which tend to crack with the heat cycles and the fact that these engines run really hot. So with these engines, you've got four main areas for a coolant leak. That's going to be your reservoir, it's going to be your thermostat, it's going to be the link pipe at the back, and it's going to be your water pump. Water pump's not too critical because it'll be a small drip. Same with the expansion tank, you'll get drips, but it's not going to be catastrophic. But the thermostat and the link pipe, they are catastrophic because you can dump all your water out and before you know it, you cooked your engine. So this story for this Mini was that I went for a drive with it, and I got a bit of a smell of coolant, which I sort of convinced myself was actually the vegetables I got in the back of the car, but actually it turned out to be a coolant because once I stopped to refuel, then suddenly my heater was blowing cold air. I went up a hill nearby and suddenly I got my heat back again. Then by the time I got to the top of the hill, the heating had gone again, so I knew I got a big problem. Luckily I coasted down the other side of the hill, got it home. Now it will still start, but I don't know whether I've cooked it or not. So first of all, we're going to ascertain where the leak is. So let's get to it. Now, I'm slightly peeved because I've just done a full engine rebuild. We did an engine refresh on this just over a year ago, but it's done 30,000 in that year. Faultless, I must say. But yeah, so basically you've got four areas. You've got the coolant here. This can split. You can get a split in here, but then if that goes, it's not going to be catastrophic because you're not going to lose all your fluid. You've then got a thermostat down here, and if that's gone, you'll get fluid on your top of your gearbox. So if you've got fluid over there, you've then got the crossover pipe which goes from your thermostat to your water pump. Now that's a common problem, really common problem. Now that's new on this one, but I think that must have gone. And then you've also got your pump. Now if your pump goes, obviously you're not going to get any water flowing, so you'll overheat, but you'd still have coolant in the system. So I'm just thinking it's got to be this crossover pipe here. So to get to that, we're going to take this off, take the inlet off. You don't need to take the inlet off, but to do a really top job and make sure you haven't got any problems when you're fitting a new one, we take the inlet manifold off. It's just started. Now I've just checked here, and I've got no milk, and so it's all still. So hopefully the head gasket hasn't gone. So hopefully it didn't get too hot, but who knows? So we have to actually replace the pipe and make it all coolant tight, shall we say, before we can test the engine and see what's going on. But if you have a look here, when I first checked it, there was coolant. There's a little in there, but I've put water in there and it's just come straight back out. So there's obviously a big split somewhere. Okay, so what we'll do now is I'm going to take off this and we'll take the inlet off. Okay, so what you need to do is take this pipe, take this off, take this off, take this out. Okay, so we just need to unscrew that there. This out here, but this just comes off like that. There's normally a little clip there you pull up, but that's not there on this one. That comes off like that. And then we've got another screw down there we've got to undo, a torque bit. These have got four plastic things that pop in, so you should be able to pull that up, and then that connects in at the bottom here. So we've got to take this plastic thing here. There's a little you pull this plastic pipe off here and out of here. Okay, so let me do that. I've just disconnected that one there, which is just you push there, and that comes off. What I have done is taken this one off here, push it off your vacuum pump like that, get that out of the way. It's quite cold here, so it's quite, all the pipes quite stiff, and then I should be able to get this off here, get this off the turbo. Yeah, it comes off the turbo there. And these things are just, it's got four little, and you just put a screwdriver under here and just leave this little clip here, which disconnects this pipe from it. And then that whole lot comes off like that. Put that down here. That's there. So I've actually still left that pipe in there, but we can take that pipe out as well. Just give us a bit more hand. So that just clips in down the bottom here. I'll pull that out. That comes out. So the way that comes out is you've got to sort of like pull it and then turn the whole pipe, twist the pipe, and it'll come out from underneath there. So that pipe's out. Okay, so now look, you can see here, look, I've got coolant up here. So God knows what happened there, whether that sprayed up and hit the bottom of the airbox. Okay, in this diagnosis, I've just filled it up with some water in there, and it looks like it's pissing out from the somewhere along the link pipe. So what we're going to do now is carry on and take off this inlet manifold. Okay, so the easiest way is to then undo this one, and you've got another one lower down which goes actually into the inlet manifold. So this is the air intake, so we'll undo that one, and then there's one further down there, and then we'll get this pipe out. Right, I've got that pipe out there, actually, big end there, yeah, goes like that. So that was down there, look, on the inlet into the manifold. Okay, so now what we can do, we've got you've got 5 13mm here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you've also got like a little 10mm bolt, which is, let me get my torch down there. It's a 10mm dot there underneath that inlet stub. So you can put a long lever, take the wheel arch and do it, but I can just generally get to it underneath. You can go down this side and get a 10mm in there if you feel the bolt. Okay, so let me have a go at doing that. Right, there guys, look, I've got that bolt out just by going down there and getting it in. It's a bit fiddly, it's going to be fiddly to get it in, but I presume that's why it's got a pointed end. Alright, so that's that bottom one done. So now what we can do is start undoing these 13mm here. We've got 5 of them. We'll undo that and that'll start to come. And there's a lot of cables under there, so you have to be a bit careful when we move that off. I've taken that top one off. Alright, and we'll have a look what else is going on under there. Alright, now I actually have on there, I have my this pipe that goes to this, so I might undo this and take the whole lot off as one unit. Okay, I've undone those bolts and then this pops off. Be careful because some of these inlet seals stick to the head. 2 on that side, 2 that stuck to the head. So we've got this off here. So now what we've got under here, we've got a right maze of cables and stuff connected to it, look. So what we're going to try and do is start working out getting these off here. So let's go on to the next stage. Right, the first thing to get off here, look, is this little thing here. This connector here, I've got my finger on here. So you need to just push those 2, because that holds that's holding the whole manifold this way. So once you unclip that one, there's 2 little buttons and you push it. You've got this little thing here which pops in there. There's a little, that pops into this frame here. You've got to get that one off, right? Then you've got these. You've got one here and one here. You see this is a rubber that's squeezed onto that sort of spike. So you've got one there which needs to go that way, and this one needs to go that way. So that disconnects that one, and then we need to disconnect that one there. And then we've also got one, really difficult to see, there's one there. If I push that up a bit, you've got another connector there. So let's undo all those. Hope that the engine's still all right, but I'll have to change the link pipe anyway to find out. But that is what happens when you don't use that's a non-genuine link pipe. Okay, guys, I've filled it up and it's coming, look, you see it there? It's leaking out the top of this bloody link pipe here. Where's the link pipe? Yeah, look. It's leaking, look, at the top of this link pipe here. And it's leaking on a join. So the join's split. Look, you see it there? So that's leaking on that link pipe. So I'm going to have to change that link pipe. So we've replaced it, we've removed the inlet manifold. So now what we're going to have to do is we have to take off this, take off the thermostat off the side of here. And we can put a new link pipe in it. And then let's hope that the engine's still all right. But I'll have to change the link pipe anyway to find out. But that is what happens when you don't use that's a non-genuine link pipe. So that was a video about how to take off your inlet manifold on your Mini. Not too big a job. Don't need a lot of tools. Just need 13mm 10mm socket, a long screwdriver, and a 25 torque bits. So take that off, and a screwdriver obviously to undo the clips here. So hope this video has been helpful. If you like the channel, subscribe even. If you've got any questions, send me a comment. And just remember, the most important thing is you can do it, and we'll see you on the next video.